Hello dear viewer, welcome to this third video of Photoshop tutorials by Prime World. Now in this video we are going to be learning how to rotate an image and particularly how to resize an image. So in case you want to resize an image, how do you do it? We are going to be learning that in this video. And as you can see, I already have an image here opened up with a very insightful message. Now if I wanted to resize this image, what do I do? But before we go into that, let's just look at how to rotate the image. If you want to rotate your image, whether it's clockwise, anti-clockwise, you simply go to the menu that says image, okay, and you click on image and you go to this one that says image rotation. So you can choose to rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, okay, in clockwise direction, 90 degrees counterclockwise, arbitrary, flip canvas horizontal, flip canvas vertical. So if we rotate it 180, this is how it looks like. Let me undo it, Ctrl Z, and if I go back to image rotation and I rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, this is how it looks like. And what you need to know is that you can keep pressing the particular rotation you want until you get what you are looking for, okay. But let me simply undo it now. Now if to choose the next option, if I rotate it counterclockwise, this is how it looks like. So it rotates it counterclockwise this way. Now let me just zoom out a bit. Now if I choose the next option, let me undo this. If I choose the next option, arbitrary, that is it helps you specify what angle you want to rotate it, okay. You can specify what angle, whether 45, 35, 33. It gives you the power to specify what angle you want to rotate it. That's for arbitrary. Then if we go to flip canvas horizontal, this is how it looks like. It flips it, okay, horizontally. Let me undo this. Now if we choose the final one, flip canvas vertical, it flips it vertically like this, similar to 180 degrees. So this is how you rotate your image. It's very useful because there are sometimes your image will be taken in an angle that is opposite to what you want, or is not really what you want. So using this rotation tool just solves that problem for you. So let's dive into what we really want to learn in this video. We want to learn how to resize an image. Now if you want to see the current size of your image, you also go to the menu called image, go to image size, and you will see this preview here. Now take note, look at the preview here. It's 100% currently, but I can reduce it by left clicking on this minus sign until it shows the full length and width of the image. So this is the preview. This is how it looks like, okay. Now if you can see here, we have these dimensions. This is the original dimension of the image, all right. This is the original dimension of the image. Now what if I wanted to resize this image? What if I wanted to resize it? Okay, let's say I wanted to optimize the image for, let's say, Instagram. I wanted to post it as an Instagram post, and we know that, or if you had done the assignment, the exercise for the first video, you should have already learned that the standard pixel dimension for Instagram post is 1080 by 1080. That is 1080 by 1080. So it's usually squaring in shape. So what if I wanted to optimize this for Instagram? That means I need to specify the size, the width to be around 1080 by 1080. But if you notice, this image is not particularly squarey. So let's just try and understand what I'm trying to say by doing it. So if I come here now, if you notice, here is linked. If I unlink it, okay, if I unlink here, I just press this constraint aspect ratio. If I unlink it, it means I can specifically change the dimension of the width and the height, that is separate from the height. That I can adjust it separate from the height, and I can adjust the height separate from the width. That I can do it specifically. So when I'm changing it 1080, you can see that it's not affecting the height, it's just affecting the width. The height value is not changing. So if you notice, look at the preview. This is how it looks like. I've adjusted the width to 1080, but the height is still 1484. So it looks very awkward. Look at the preview. You can see that it looks awkward now. Or let me just press OK so that you see the preview here. You can see that it looks squeezed up now. Okay, and it's not really how it is supposed to be as per the original image. We are trying to adjust it in a way that it will reduce to fit around the 1080 by 1080 pixels, but it will still maintain its shape. That's what we are trying to achieve. But I've just shown you now. Let me Ctrl Z this, undo this, and go back to image size. I've just shown you now that in case you want to adjust the width and height separately, that is without affecting two of them being affected at the same time, you just need to uncheck this constraint aspect ratio option. Just uncheck it, let the lines be disappear, then you can adjust the width and height individually. But in case you want to maintain the aspect ratio, meaning you want to maintain the size, that is the way it looks, while still reducing the size or increasing the size, you simply click on this constraint aspect ratio, make it active. So now watch this. Let me reduce this back so that we see the preview very well. If I now come to the width and start adjusting it to 1080, do you see that the height is also adjusting at the same time? So as I adjust the width, the height is also adjusting proportionally to the width so that it maintains the same shape with the original image, okay, just that the size has been reduced. So right now, in this dimension, it has been optimized for Instagram, meaning it's now within the 1080 by 1080 range. But since it's not square in shape, that's why the height is less than the width. So I just simply press OK, and if you notice, the image just reduced. Okay, so this is how you can reduce or increase an image. This is one of the ways. Now let me undo this, Ctrl Z. Now another way you can do this, that is if you want to just quickly reduce an image, okay, to fit a particular pixel dimension, maybe is a Facebook cover or an Instagram post like we just gave in this example. You can simply go to the file menu, and scroll down to this option that says automate. Then you go to the option that says fit image. When you click on fit image, you can now come here and just specify the pixel dimension you want. Okay, so as you can see, I've already specified mine to the Instagram story that I'm looking for, 1080 by 1080. Just come here and type in the value you are looking for. Okay, and make sure you leave this don't enlarge box unticked. Let it not be ticked. So 1080 by 1080, and you press OK, and automatically it will automate it. It will reduce it in a way that it still maintains its proportion okay, and it's yes, it's proportion even if it was reduced. You can also do the same thing if you want to increase it. Now let's do a test. You see that it's actually the same with reducing the size as we did in the first option. So when we go to image size, let's look at the proportion, the width and height dimension. You can see that it's the same as the first one we did. It's 1080 by 783. So that automate option also gives you the same results. Okay, so you can do this for increasing or reducing an image size. In this case, we learnt reducing, but you can also increase an image size this way. Now there's something I need to let you know of. There's something very important. Look at this resample option. Okay, make sure it is ticked. Okay, now one thing you need to learn, I was supposed to teach you this, but thank God I remembered now. You know, one thing you need to learn, when you want to reduce a your image, the best option to use, okay, like currently is in preserve details enlargement. The best option to use is bicubic sharper reduction. So if I go on now, let me press cancel. I want to undo my image severally till it reaches the original size. I press Control Alt Z, okay, to go back several times. So it's currently on the original size. Now let me do this again. If I go to image and I go to image size, if I wanted to reduce this image now, okay, the best option to choose is the bicubic sharper reduction. That's for reducing. You can see the option reduction. If I want to reduce it, I choose this bicubic sharper reduction. It gives you the best results. Okay, then I now go ahead and specify, okay, the what I want to reduce. So I've specified the 1080, okay, width, and the height has followed suit. Then I press OK. This gives you the best results for reduction, okay, the bicubic sharper. Now what if I want to enlarge this image? I go to image size, and bicubic smoother for enlarger. To enlarge an image, the best option is bicubic smoother, okay, for enlargement. Say that is when you want to enlarge, the best option is bicubic smoother. So you choose bicubic smoother, then you go ahead and let's say 2080. Okay, so this enlarges the image. As you can see, the height proportionally enlarged with the width. So we just press OK, and you can see it enlarges it. So this is the best option for enlarging an image by cubic smoother. All right, so this is just simply how to resize your image. So you can start implementing it, and see you in the next video. Thank you.